Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a closer look at some of the stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker and I'm joined by Bloomberg's Markets Today, Sam Onstead, for more on this story. Should we kick things off with the French fashion giant Hermes? Not very good news for them this morning. Is this on tariffs or something else?
Oh, good morning, Caroline. Well, it's actually a combination of a couple of things. So tariffs in general, the luxury sector getting hit quite hard today. That's despite actually some decent Chinese data coming out. Very often good data out of China lifts the luxury sector. It appears that tariffs are overshadowing that today. So most of the sector is in the red. Hermes is taking a little bit of a harder hit. They got a downgrade today from Jefferies. And it's part of a broader story that, the luxury market has been in a bit of a downturn. More tariffs, more concerns about the global economy are preventing any kind of recovery coming through for the luxury market. And that's what Jefferies, who downgraded Hermes today, say. They struggle to see them getting back to the kind of peak valuations that they've been at in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are, of course, amongst Europe's most valuable companies, the kind of luxury goods makers. AstraZeneca's new blockbuster drug, positive signs in the latest trials. How's the market taking that?
Yeah, so this is an experimental hypertension drug. I'm going to attempt the name for you, Caroline. It's Baxdrostat. They bought this drug a couple of years ago when they bought a company called Syncor Pharma. And they, at the time, identified this drug as having potential sales of upwards of $5 billion a year. So it would be a major drug within their portfolio and a blockbuster. They got very good results from it. So it met all of the endpoints that were required in the trial that they just had. So it puts it on the path to potentially becoming a kind of blockbuster drug. So AstraZeneca shares up about 2%. And actually, that's helping to lift the UK's FTSE 100 into positive territory today. So although most stocks across Europe are falling because of the tariff news and most benchmarks are down, the FTSE 100 is actually outperforming. And a big part of that is AstraZeneca's shares rising.
Okay, AstraZeneca. Then we also have the German chemicals firm Brenntag dropping. They've given us their full year guidance.
Yeah, and a cut to their full year guidance. Analysts actually saying it's not totally surprising that would happen, but their shares have dropped about 4 or 5%. For the most part, the chemicals companies are right at the center of many, many supply chains. And so when you get any kind of concern about an industrial slowdown, about any weaknesses on either side of any kind of industrial market, and then particularly in Germany at the moment, those companies get hit very hard. Brenntag, as I say, analysts don't think it's enormously surprising because of all the tariff news that's been coming through and the concerns that's creating for the industrial market and a slowdown in orders for Brenntag. But still a profit warning and very early in the season, so it doesn't read very well for the rest of the reporting season for German chemicals companies.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.